last lesson today is all about touching your dog. I'm going to scoot over so you can see more of Ember here. Come here, Em. Come over here. Sit. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach you a little bit about touching your dog. This is something that when I have veterinarians in my classes or groomers, it's something that was very important to them. Most of our owners, tell our dogs that they're good job, maybe rub their ears a little bit, scratch their chest, but we don't think about touching the rest of the body. And our vets and groomers are going to be examining them, they're going to be checking their feet, they're going to be checking their hips, they're going to be touching more of their bodies. And so what happens is we get dogs that once they hit like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 months old, their genetics start kicking in and adolescents start kicking in, puberty. And they get very touch-me-not, and the vet can be a little bit scary, so they may get a little bit snippy. And when that happens, they'll get tagged to have to wear a muzzle, and then the vet experience just becomes something that is so stressful. So today I'm going to teach you about how to touch your dog. One of the things that I do in class, and I'm going to give you a sample of, is I'm going to give you an essential oil. This one is Calmer. This is made by doTERRA. It is made for children, so it's diluted and very much more diluted. And it has Buddha wood, it has lavender, it has chamomile in it, and some other things. And so I am a certified animal aromatherapy specialist, which means that I have gone through school to be certified. And one of the most important things that I learned in class, which I learned a lot, was that we just don't put oils on dogs and think, oh, this is going to help them calm down, or this is going to help this problem or this problem. What we want to do is we want to let them self-select. Self-select means that we're going to let the dog make a choice if we're going to put that on them so that they don't have an adverse reaction or they don't like it. I mean, some of you may already know that there's smells out there that may give you a headache or don't make you feel good. And we don't want to do that to dogs because they can't tell us. So one of the things that we do is self-selection. Self-selection means that we're going to let them smell it. I usually just crack the lid a little bit, let the animal smell it, and then if they like it, they'll be interested, try to lick it or whatever else. I'm going to let him smell so that you can see. And as you can tell, she's going to try to take the oil from me. If your dog kind of backs up like this and sniffs away, then it's something that we're not going to do. One of the things that I do want you to know is that essential oils are safe for dogs. You see so much of that toxic media out there. The thing about animals are when you are going to diffuse in your house, you just want to make sure that they are not in a crate or kept in that room when you're diffusing, because if it's something that they don't like, then they're allowed to leave the room. And so we don't want to diffuse in a room where they're kept in a crate so that they can't get out of the room if it's too much for them. All right, so this is Calmer. What I would do is I would roll it on my hand just like this, and then I would put it on my hands, and at first I would just put it on her body, just like this. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our dogs are comfortable with their ears being rubbed. The reason that we do this is, number one, it usually feels good. Number two, we live in West Texas. We want to make sure that we can clean our dog's ears, and we don't want to be putting medication in them when they've never had them touched. Then you're going to have to be like sitting on your dog trying to put medicine in their ears. We want them already comfortable with their ears being touched. From there, we want to be able that we can touch their muzzle. That way we can check their teeth, and you can also brush their teeth. The cool thing about brushing teeth is you don't have to go get a scrubber, especially when we have puppies, because they don't even have any tartar buildup yet. You can put some dog toothpaste, enzymatic dog paste, on your finger, and all you do is rub it on the back molars, and then rub it on the back molars back here, and then their saliva does the rest to move it around in their mouth. It's a great way to prevent $400 and $500 dentals when they get older. So from there, what we're going to do is we're just going to give them a nice massage down the neck, just like this. You want to work all the way down their legs and then between each of the toes. The reason why we massage the toes is not so that you can clip your dog's nails, because if the only time you grab your dog's foot is clipping their nails, then they're not going to like it. Dogs have pores in the bottoms of their feet, and they're on their feet all day long, so they should like massages just like this. You see Ember, she's like, this is the bomb. And so that way we can get stickers out of their feet. You should be able to wash your dog's paws once you do start walking your dogs, and if you live in town, you want to make sure that you wipe their paws off with baby wipes, or even wash them when you get home if you live in town, because pesticides and fertilizers, all those things that are down your street, this is the #1 cause of cancer. So we want to make sure and wash those feet when they get back. From there, we're going to give them a nice massage all the way down their back. I'm going to get Em up so you can hear touch, stand up, good, thank you. And then from there, I'm going to move her just a little bit so you can see. We want to make sure that we can massage the backs of the legs back here. This right here is where boys are going to turn and snap at you because you're near their junk, right? And so even if the junk isn't there, they still remember it used to be there. And so we want to make sure that they're used to massaging the backs of the legs. For girls, it's the tail because you're close to their parts there. So we want to make sure that we can put our hands to the tail, and then of course pick up the foot, and then be able to go through the toes on the back foot, and then you're going to start right back at the ears. So do this a couple times a night. Make sure that they don't have the zoomies or anything like that at that point in time, because you're going to get chewed up. Maybe they're laying in your lap or laying at your feet. When they're tired, this is the best time to go ahead and do this. If you do have a dog that every time you try to grab their feet, they're like, ah, 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 and they're trying to eat you, the best thing to do is get a bully stick and hold that bully stick and sit and let them eat that bully stick. That way you can sit there and mess with their feet. Helps so much. Don't let them have it, because then they're going to try to take off with it. Just hold it like this, let them chew on it, and then you can mess with their feet and massage them just like that. All right. Like I said, you're going to get a sample like this. You can talk to your doTERRA representative. Tell them you want some calmer if your dogs do like it after you get your sample, or you can get some from me. All right, y'all.